Hello and welcome back to this edition of Game Time with Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn on the PlayStation 3. As always, is our avatar, Chrono Ocelot, bidding you all a welcome, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this episode. Today what we're going to be doing is continuing along with this storyline that we have going. Last time we talked to Medrod, and he was pretty shaken up about seeing the masked man and one of his minions at torn apart a woman, pretty much. So, with the assistance of Medron and his mates, Aideen and Vilirot right back there, we're going to be able to hopefully track down this masked man and see what's going on. So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Oh, that sucks. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin, known as Ziz, could inflict such wounds. That's why some folk are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer is that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 6 of the creatures, and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths. Alright. Well done, we can definitely do that. So I know the closest place for these guys are going to be at Folgort Float. I'll see if that's what they're going to send us to. Yes, it is. Ziz is so ridiculous. Alright, so what we're going to do, we'll have a sprint over there. Get caught up in this little fight, unless it's already been taken care of. And then from there we're also going to call off Epoch to join in with us. How's the fight looking? Not even touched yet. Excellent. Okay, what we got here? Tackling some Ziz. Perfect, so we get a perfect little training round for this. Pull Epoch into the party. And let's get it going. That a little bit. See what's going on here. Oh, get out of that. Yeah. Cameraman, stay back. It's too dangerous for you up in here. You just watch from a distance. Jump. Oh, he's definitely right. I'm right here. I'm all up in that. Still selling stuff too. Oh yeah. This is so ridiculous. Like so ridiculous. These guys are getting killed off pretty quickly. Isn't a bad thing, really. Makes my job that much easier. Brilliant. Alright, so that's squared up. It is what it is. Perfect. Alright, so Epoch and I are now going to run up here. I don't feel like this is where they're at though. I feel like they're lower. So we're going to suffer a little fall. Whee! Bow! Hopefully we don't die. Nope. Got enough. That's a very long fall. We're gonna regenerate some health real quick. Actually, Epoch was fine. He took the smart way down. Okay, so there's this area. Yep, this guy. Actually, where we had to go to kill off our Lancer friend. Remember, he fell all the way down there. Yeah, very unfortunate fate for him. Okay, so as always, whenever you have other people doing the same quest or the same part of the storyline, then you have to kind of fight to get your quest targets. So it looks like Gandalf there is going to be doing one with me. She was playing about my jump ability as a dragoon, but I am nice though. I'm going to let her get in her hits since it's my target. Let her get in her 3 hits of fame so that she can also get credit for it. But knowing her, she probably won't do the same. Got 1. Got 2. We're gonna have 3. Beautiful. There we go, alright. Excellent. So it looks like we have a good little partnership going. An unspoken forced partnership between us. I believe that's how it should work out whenever you're in one of those situations. If you see somebody else running up trying to get a few hits, and of course you easily have the battle won. Go ahead and pause for a second, let them take a few jabs at it. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, they only need 3 jabs at it. Let's make it a party. One. 2. Okay, perfect. Just for targeting's sake, I'm gonna take out you guys. Oh, got something up here. Appreciate that, love. We only need 1 more. Should be about the same for our friend over here too, wherever she went off to. There we go. Perfect, alright, we slayed all the Ziz. Looks like they did the same too. Perfect, see? So that way we can all live in harmony, right? Doesn't that make sense? Okay, so let's report back to this lady over here. And as far as all these experience points we're running down here too, you can see it says I'll gain 81 experience, which is plus 48% from my Lancer experience points, and then it says you gain 55 experience points underneath it. So what I'm thinking that is since I have our Epoch, that I'm getting extra experience for him. So that's how I level him up or I rank him up, is by doing that. I haven't really tested that theory yet, but that's what I'm going on record with right now. Okay, you've already seen to the Ziz. Good work, adventurer. So were you able to find aught to suggest that the creatures are our culprits? Nothing? Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike the Ziz from our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. So we got 2 different parts of this. We got 18 saying one thing. There's something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I'd better watch myself, eh? Unseemingly japes aside, there's a rumor been going around. There's some as whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. Alright, thank you. And here's some information to share with me too. What? I knew some stuff. And it looks like you have nothing that I'll need really. Okay, there's something you should know. I've been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Medron's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time as Medron's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with the giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. Oh, perfect. So now me and Epoch are going to go with a dead sprint. West, never eat soggy waffles. This way, so it should be a rock around these parts here. There we go. We have 2 local sightings. Seeing eye to winged eye. And rock of Randcore. Okay, so these... one of those seems like it's up high. We're gonna try it. Another dead sprint. And the other reason I'm sprinting instead of riding Epoch is because Epoch has a time limit of how long he can be out. Of course. He has a time limit of I think 25 minutes at the moment. So I can always cancel it and pull him back through with at the price of just another. Yeah, no, I'm completely off. It's not up here. Yeah, I can always just summon him right back. Easily enough out. Let's kill off this thing. He looked at me. Don't like you looking at me. You have to die. Oopsies. Oh, nice. Okay. Didn't see that hole there. Okay. There we go. Destination. Yeah, so I can summon Epoch again with a bunch of Grashel Greens, but I'd rather just have him sit out this whole time, which his remaining time is 15 minutes. That's a big one. Taking out this big scorpion spider thingy though. So it's been a little fun thing to do. Yeah. Investigate done. Okay. Oops, that's not me. That's gonna be Dante Lee's. Oh, enjoy, sir. Okay, what is this? That which binds us. Oh, golem time. That's one thing I do kind of enjoy is that these. Ooh, it just kind of disappears too. Okay, perfect. Oh, gotcha, because it's above me. Okay. I like that the fates just kind of pop up as they see fit. But since it's above us, all the way up there, not even gonna worry about it. Every once in a while though, you will see people drop down from this area. That's kind of funny to me. Okay, so is this our destination? It looks like it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go into our inventory. Pull out fire stick, and that gives us a little throwing range. So I'll take it right there and just use the key item. Use it in turn. Use it on that area right there. Is that? Nope. That I have no idea. It seems like this is it though. I'll just make sure there's nothing else around it, like on the back side. No, that's it. So now I'll just have to figure out how to use it, because it doesn't have a target that I can actually grab onto. So, inventory, key items, use, tells me where to use it at. Invalid target. Invalid target. Invalid target. Invalid. No idea. And apparently, Epoch had already... Oh yeah, I accidentally sent him back while trying to play around with this thing. How do I use this crap? Examine, edit, search, info. No, that's not it. Inventory. Fire stack. I need to throw it a little closer. Yeah, I need to be a little closer, that's all it is. Okay, got it. Got it, okay. So we got a humming crystal here. Now we've got another humming crystal right here. Got a total of 5 of them that we gotta locate right there. Okay, yeah, those parts have always threw it off for me as far as the quests go. Whenever they have those things and there's nothing to really interact with, there's no real explanation on how to use it, so you do have to kind of do a little bit of investigating yourself. Okay, so we gathered those up. Now looking at my duty list, it says report to Evenrolt and deliver the lightning aspected crystals to a dean. So since Epoch actually left the party, that's the me by mistake, we can actually take off this way on Epoch. Da 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 da. Alright. Okay, so let's go. Start off with Ivanrolt. Ivanrolt. A monstrous Banemite appeared, and you slew it? That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Falgord. Intentional or no, you have done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder. Was it truly a winged eyeball I saw? Or merely a trick of light combined with blind panic? Oh, you shall never know. What are these now? Something for vitality, parry, cycle of war, velveteen trousers, too weak for me, silver circuit, let's see, what is that for? Intelligence, you know what? Does that go on a headpiece? That it does, yeah. Oh no, it's not that much though. I'm gonna take the money instead. Sometimes I like to shop for armor for my conjurer, but yeah, I'm not gonna bother with it. Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. Aye, it has a name. But what's a few vengeful sprites? What's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Huh? Why, these are just your garden variety crystals. 'Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire scent stick. Oh well. Take the experience. Chat back to Metroid, see if you recall anything else. Ooh, power of deduction. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep, knowing that the killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I'll take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I have been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt. It was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a bane mite. But you and I were moms apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend here had a run-in with the bane mite at the very spot you claimed to have seen the fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. Oh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be. Gasp! Gods, of course! There must be more than one of the buggers. Ah, it's so obvious. But then that means, since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. Gulp. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the expert. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. While I burn to know the truth, some things are best left unknown, lest you've forgotten. It was at the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There's a guardhouse nearby. The twin adders there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. Okay, so they have officially bowed out of the investigation. Well, cheers and appreciate all the fun times, fellas. We'll catch you another time. So I'm guessing we're heading right back to that area. Yes, we are. This one we're going to call off Epoch. We're going to head south. Right there on the map. Yeah, and it's perfect weather for such a gloomy mission too, you know? You're over there investigating a murder. Just kind of reminds me of those old school murder mystery movies where it was always raining and thundering as somebody died or screamed. The old school stuff, not the new just horror films that they have out. Oops, too far. Okay, so apparently now, of all the times, now we actually have to go up. There we go. Okay, so we got Ziz that's probably going to attack us and give us a little bit of a headache. Yep, mangled corpse. So we're gonna... I'll let somebody else kill off that Ziz, they got missions to do. Sense a hostile presence. Hello there. It was your eye. Excuse me, if you don't target this person. Thank you. So one thing I hate about getting on my chocobo is I'm so used to just attacking right away. But I forget that I have to switch my cross hotbar menus. Search for a maiden's corpse west of Folgord. Okay, done. Present the ravaged corpse to somebody. Guessing at the guard tower. Lamar. The mayor. Lamar. Yeah, we'll call him Lamar. Okay, so he's going to be at the guard tower. We're going to shoot right on up. I'm pretty familiar with that area because there's Folgord Float's entrance. So we're going to shoot right on over to this location. And we will run into the guard tower right there. Pop on on off here. Can't wait for everybody to load up. Looking for 8th Illuminator. Hello? There 8th Illuminator around here. I would think there would be. The guard tower, yeah? Okay. Nope, apparently he's actually over there. So that's of course the curse of not having a mini-map, but it's a curse that I'm okay with because it allows me to get sucked more into this storyline. Because now I'm not just clicking through, just like, okay, now I need to follow the map. Now I can actually start remembering these places on my own, and I don't know, it's just more rewarding, in my opinion. If you guys wanted to get it sucked into the game, I'd definitely recommend doing the same. Alright, greetings adventurer, is there aught I might assist you with? Yes, I have this dirty ravaged body that looks like flowers on my thing, just because it's a kid's game. Gods be good, not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of. This button engraved with a lily motif? The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil. Or that of an organization, perhaps. Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. Okay, so what do you guys think? Is it a family thing, or is it more of like some sort of like initiation to a guild? Do you have business with the Order of the Twin Adder, sir? We would appreciate any reports on the Axel and the movements. What are you talking about? I just dropped off a body. Silly. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Mione. Perhaps someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its signal. Perfect. That's exactly what we will do. So we're going to go ahead and teleport right on back. Teleport right on back over to Gridania. We're pushing close to our time limit. So hopefully she doesn't get us caught into nothing too interesting that we're going to have to leave it on a cliffhanger. I always hated it when TV series did that. Okay. I'll make a little sprint to the Carling Canopy. Talk to Miss Mother Mione. Good evening to you, Chrono. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and a herb tea. No. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan levels of quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body? Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. But you will have to find the answer the old-fashioned way, by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Aether Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Perfect, I actually know her. If you guys recall, when we first started off this game, you know, came in level 1, talked to Mother Mione, then she had us come travel to all the Aetherites. That's where we ran into Bernadette the first time. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Show me what you've got. Seems to be some manner of decorative button. Red. Seems to be some manner of decorative button. Reminiscent of those worn by the family of old, though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Scene Guild? Over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all citizens on a four-name basis. Perfect. Okay, Lancers Guild it is. Lancer. Okay, for the Lancers Guild now. Singuild. Bernadette believes I can help you. Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes from it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's Ward, northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursendil, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. So what's his name? He said, let me look up, scan through. Ursendil, okay. Alright, perfect. Thank you. So northwest, she says. Up there. Area that nobody ever travels to. Make a shop right after this. Alright, there's the deal. Do not believe we are acquainted. Pray leave me to my thoughts. Gasp! Sigil of the D'Artancors family. How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman? Her face, was it marred in any way? I have feared as much. Can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. Of course, what's going on there? Ah, shoot. Sugar now. We got another dungeon lined up. It should be Hockey Manor. I was once a manservant in the employ of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the D'Artancors. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed a heart of befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kind of fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself with her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her to regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was. But when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then I could not go back to that place, nor after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hokke Manor, my home, for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Mandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavoured to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hokke Manor, on the western edge of the central shroud. Go now, go and do what must be done. I am now a contracted killer. Beautiful. The professions that you go through in this game is just amazing. Okay, so seek entry into Hokke Manor. Okay. That being said, what we're gonna do is use our teleport spell. We're going to make it. What's the closest one over there? Actually, no, we don't have to use a teleport spell. We can actually run out of one of these gates. I don't remember which one it was though. Might be the wolf one. We'll find out shortly. I want to say it's the wolf one. Yeah, White Wolf Gate. Central Shroud, yep, that's it. Right. Okay, so we're going to call on Epoch here. And we're going to take off, let's see, zoom out the map a little bit, see where we're heading off to. If only I had a soul. That's about to end. There we go. Skeletons in a closet at Hokke Manor. So we're going kind of southish. Underneath this tree root should take us there. Let's just follow the path best we can. It should pull us right over there. I'll run up this little stair, this little bridge right here. Strawberry finds me, but he's not going to be able to catch me because me and Epoch are too fast. Okay, and there we go. Floating eye. It looks like he's guarding the entrance. We're going to chop you up in your back. We're definitely on the right path now. And all these floating eyes out here. Yeah, look at all of them. It's like 5, 6 of them just located in the square alone. Come get some. Come and get your whooping. So you can slow. Nice. Okay. You want some too? Jump. Wow. Okay. Alright, Manor Gate. Duty Finder has been updated. Perfect. Now I can now access this through the Duty Finder. Pick up a party for it. And the Hockey Manor. Okay, here we go. So feel free to pause the video, take a chance to read it. Perfect. Alright, and so we will definitely be doing that at a different date as well. So right, well until then, we're going to end this video at this location. And I would like to thank you guys for watching this episode of Game Time with Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn on the PlayStation 3. And on behalf of myself and my character Chrono Ocelot, I'd like to bid you guys a farewell. And until next time, you guys have a good day.